So Tony's been. So we're not learning anything new. Tony's been. What's going on, guys? JV Cosico here with and
Jordan.
So today, I've been watching a lot of Wong Fu, so that's a lot of what they talk about is Asian representation in the media. That got me thinking about, you know, if Asian representation in the media has changed public perception of Asians. So I go to a school in San Diego, which is a huge metropolitan area, and of course, in a metropolitan area like San Diego, you're gonna get a lot of different cultures interacting with one another. So it's gonna be a big melting pot. So like race is not gonna be as big of a thing when it comes to like making friends and stuff. But I know Matt over here went to a school in Arizona, not a lot of Asian representation at his school. Yeah, he had a little bit of a different experience. What can you say about the whole public perception of Asians?
Oh man, where do I start? How many people looking like me? And if there were, they're from Asia. Or like from like Hawaii. So they can have like some like Asian like on that little pie chart.
How much do you think? So out of 100?
Like 25.
Your school's 25% Asian?
Probably. At most.
That's a lot.
Yeah. How you gonna start off?
You said it's
invalid.
Invalid.
It's like 75% white though.
Oh, so like 3 out of 4 people you see are white. Maybe that one other person is gonna be Asian.
But you said that like a lot of the Asians at your college are like international, so you can't like relate to that. Is that like?
Yeah, and like I'm like kind of whitewashed, so.
Are you though? Because how many generations are you? That's another thing. Asians from Asia and Asian American, two completely different things.
Completely.
Background. It's like a whole nother culture.
My mom was born in the Philippines, but she like moved here like not so long after. My dad.
First generation?
You know, I'm like on my mom's side, yeah. Like on my dad's side, I'm like third.
Third generation. So you're like you're Americanized. This is what you know. You grew up here. So for me, I was born in the Filipinas. Represent. Just kidding. I can't even say that anymore because I was 6 when I moved here. So I don't even remember that much from the Philippines. But
Still 6 years.
Still 6, dude. What? How much do you remember when you were 6?
A lot.
No, bro. Are you serious? Do I just have shitty memory?
Yeah.
Alright, bet.
You start remembering things when you're like 2.
Not me, bro. It's just a blank slate from like 12 before. From
Man
12 before.
Dropped on his head at the airport to wipe his memory clean.
I pretty much grew up here in the States. I have a very interesting perspective in the sense that I kind of have both, like as an immigrant Asian and as kind of like in the transition from immigrant to Asian American. So that's kind of where I am. For me in San Diego, like I said, I didn't really notice too much different, and also I grew up in LA. Asian presence has always been there for me. My neighborhood in LA is predominantly Asian, so I haven't really found the problem, but I did notice in San Diego, since like you're 39,000 students in my undergrad program, it's a lot of people. You're gonna get a lot of different like perspectives. You're gonna get out-of-state people. But yeah, dude, like because you went to like a ranked school, I'm pretty sure there're gonna be a lot of Asians there.
Ranked school.
Right?
Yeah.
So like how was that different?
Asian. School itself is really different from its like surroundings. So in Missouri itself, there's like a very small like concentrated like Chinese population, but that's about it. The school itself though is like 20-30% Asian.
It's pretty good.
There's a large amount of people from like the Bay Area and like a lot of international kids too. So as far as like representation, I feel like it's a decent amount. Like I never feel like, oh, I'm like the only Asian kid in this room at any given point. That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm the only Asian here.
But when you step outside, dude, it's like there's farms and white
There's
people.
farm? Oh, is that kind of town?
You go
It's
far
that
enough.
kind of town. Okay.
No.
You're really setting the scene here. Yeah. What about your guys' friend groups? Were they predominantly Asian? Was it mixed?
I'm the only Asian.
You're the only Asian in your... You're the token Asian, bro.
And there's like one other color person. It was a small, like 8.
8 people.
Solid.
2 out of 8? Like a quarter. How does it feel being token Asian? Because I'm pretty sure you never experienced that, right? Growing up in LA, like... There's bound to be another Asian here in LA.
I didn't really notice a difference, to be honest.
You didn't feel the need to like, oh man, I gotta like act a certain way.
No, I think I'm pretty white enough.
You're white enough? Bro, that's not the point of this video!
So you never feel like the token Asian? I know, like you never feel like you're in that role, per se, as opposed to just being like another person. If you ever feel like you're like role as being the only person in that race ever comes into play in like your dynamic with your friends.
Yeah, like you're not just representing yourself. You're like representing a whole ass population when you like interact with like certain people. You know.
At least my friend group, not really, because I feel like they're more like open and like they're chill with that stuff. There's like people like, I don't know, I guess like sense that like they like never come across like Asian people.
Do you think like the stereotypes play into like their perception? So like they're not a blank slate, obviously. Like they've seen like an Asian somewhere. And they had like they developed like they developed like certain stereotypes. That's where stereotypes come from. You don't think that ever affected their view on you? They're never like, oh, just like subconscious. People from outside of like these big metropolitan areas like just don't know what it's all about, dude. The real Asians out here, the real ones. So my experience was very interesting because I feel like I got to play both the role of the token Asian and also being in the majority. I had like a lot of friend groups at the start of the year. So my core friend group, it's very diverse. No one is of the same race as another. So it's like super diverse, a lot of different perspectives. I love that group. But like I felt like for me, since I have shout out to Wong Fu, I had to represent like everyone. I had to represent a whole population, not just Filipinos, which is what I am, but Asians in general to these people. So yeah, that's me feeling like a token Asian. That's why I asked you if you ever felt like you felt the need to have like a whole ass population in your back. But also, there are hella Filipinos in San Diego, so there's always like I have my Filipino Asian friend group where everything is just like everyone relates, everyone knows. Like you can treat them as they're like as individuals, not really as a group, per se. Our friend group in high school was like pretty Asian.
Like, our smaller one?
Our like core friend group.
Okay, it's like
core.
Asian, but
it's like everyone
except Diego. So our core friend group, the Pinoy Cholos,
you know who you are,
and damn some. Did you notice that it was like you couldn't be as close to friends, or it was harder to relate to them on a personal level just because they weren't Asian?
I think inherently, even if that's like not the case that we're like so different per se, like inherently just being Asian, or like not even just Asian, but like growing up with like the same type of like culture as a background, you just like tend to relate to that person more. Like it's not a matter of being like racist or like feeling that
100%.
like you can't be friends with like this other race, but
It's the experience associated with
I feel like just like naturally a lot of Asian, a lot of like ethnicities within themselves like get along with each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Better, and which I found that to be true for like myself too, because like a lot of my friend groups are like have a lot of Asians in them, just because I like relate to them more. And I feel like I don't think there's like a barrier per se. You can like relate to someone. I just feel like it takes more to connect to people who didn't grow up with the same type of background as you.
I found that off of first impressions, it was way easier making Asian friends, dude. Just because of like the type of jokes that you can say, like all the relatable stuff. Life experience and like that type of relatability trumps all, bro. Like it doesn't even matter. This could be Asians to other people, or like white people to black people to like Latinos. It doesn't matter. Like life experience is like different across individuals. However, you'll find similar upbringings depending on your culture. So I found that it was a lot easier to connect with Asians right off the bat. However, that did not affect the long-term friendship. That didn't, just because, so for example, just because someone's Asian doesn't mean I will become closer friends with them if they were from another race. However, that will affect how quickly we understand each other, because we come from that base of like having the same upbringing. But yeah, so meeting other people that are Asian a lot easier for just personally than non-Asians. However, that did not affect the strength of the friendship.
I feel like it's a different dynamic though, because as for me at least, I kind of always had like a. This might sound bad, but kind of always had like an Asian friend group and like a more diverse one. You know, like not intentionally, but it just kind of happened like that.
Yours, your friend group, your diverse friend group was our friend group. Like, look, is that Diego?
Oh.
But then the Koreans were like your Asian friend group.
Guys.
True or false?
True.
I'd say my more diverse friend group was like elementary, middle school. Yeah, like in that there's like Latinos, African Americans, all that stuff. But like in college too, like I have like my main friend group was like basically all like Asian, and then I'm also like in a frat.
Frat bro.
Frat star. That's like predominantly white. There's like a few from like the Middle East, or there's a few like black people too. Yeah, like it's more diverse, and so I feel like it's just like different dynamics, you know. So sometimes I just feel like hanging out with a bunch of Asians and making fun of ourselves, but then it's also cool to have like the other perspective.
Mm-hmm. How do you guys feel about like other races making like Asian jokes?
In what sense? Like they fucking do the slant eyes or some bullshit?
That's
universally frowned upon.
Like how we like make like Asian jokes, like so like
How Nate is like Ching Chong Chris.
oh yeah. Like imagine.
Oh my god.
Like imagine like a micro.
Dude, I would smack the
horrible.
shit out of
That would
that.
actually be
Oh,
horrible.
I'd murder that fool, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Now, but like, what type of jokes? Because there are different levels, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like popped in my mind because the only like Asian like place that like even like close to me like on campus is Panda, and like that's just like not Asian. And I was like with like a friend group like I was with like in the beginning of the school year, and they were like how do you spell like how do you pronounce like wontons? It's like wontang or some shit like that. I was like,
my god.
What?
I was like it's just wonton, man. And like that like kind of like pissed me off because like come on.
I don't know if that's racist or that's just fucking you're stupid,
Just
bro.
stupid.
Just dumb.
Straight up
Get new
dumb.
friends, bro.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I did.
I never got any of those underhanded jokes poking fun at you, but in a low key way.
But those like really stupid like like I guess they call them, I guess they're racist, but like those like jokes and stuff they don't really bother me. I mean, like I'm saying it's better for the advancement of civilization to be more aware of these things and not say them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I've just never been bothered by it. Maybe we did not talk about anything.
Dude, it's fine. So to wrap this up, we can all agree that it's a lot better for our generation in 2019 as 18, 19-year-olds in college than it was for previous generations, but just because of the advancement of society. Diversity in general is just becoming a lot more accepted, and Asians in the media are becoming like, you know, more normalized. Like people, like they're becoming viewed as characters of a story instead of let's just throw in a fucking a trope. But it's a lot better now. However, there are still things that can be made better, like always, and that goes for every other race.
It just takes time. It's not gonna change. Like even with the way our like liberal accepting diversity type thing, it's not gonna take a while.
No, of course. Like it's just the way how society thinks. It's just shifted, but there are still gonna be those people that still think in the old ways. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you got some insight into our opinions of how Asians are being viewed in the public. I'll see you next time.